Good day, everybody. So Guy here, the unknown, and today I want us to look at something very important. I want us to go through some beautiful trades that actually happened yesterday, because yesterday was one of the best days. Actually, every day is one of the best days. Okay, so as you can see on my screen here, I have the Dow. Okay, that's why here you'll see USDT 1 minute, the Dow, and I had two beautiful trades on this one yesterday. The first trade is this one, which was actually a loss, and the second trade was a 100 pip win. Okay, so guys, I want to share the rationale as to why I took these trades. Okay, and there were two beautiful trades for me. Even now I'm saying there are two beautiful trades. Okay, even though one of them is a loss. So guys, look at this, guys. You know our criteria. Okay, we want to see which trade before the session, and we want to wait for the session to open, provided we don't have news. Once the session is opened, we want to see a chart pattern. Why? Because we don't know what we're gonna do. We don't know if we're gonna sell. We don't know if we're gonna buy. We don't want to have that directional bias. Okay, so we don't even know what we're gonna do. We're gonna wait for prices to tell us what to do. Okay, and they tell us through a chart pattern, because the chart pattern tells us that they've been trapping, and once they've trapped people, we want to see that very big candle that breaks out of the pattern, which I call the evidence candle. Not just any breakout. I'm going to demonstrate that as in this trade as well. We want to see the breakout with a big candle, because that shifts the zone immediately from those who are losing. Okay, that's when we want to get in. And then yes, we target 50 pips most of the time. On this one I targeted 100, and I told you why sometimes I target 100, of which I'm gonna go through again. Okay, so guys, here I saw this beautiful wedge. They broke out with this beautiful candle, and I took this trade. Okay, I lost it. Okay, but the rationale is very sensible here, because this was the breakout with a very big candle. I will explain this when I go to the charts. Okay, I always look for the evidence candle once I have a pattern. So this was a wedge, beautiful wedge. They broke out, and in case people say I counter trended 50 pips, it was just somewhere here. Okay, so these are explosive kind of trades. 1 minute, 2 minutes, 15 minutes, they hit your take profit. Okay, so yes, I know it's a counter trade, but again, I understand this setup, because this is what I trade every day, and I get the best results trading this. Okay, so after taking this loss later, I saw them building a wedge, and just look, I never took any trade here. I didn't revenge. Okay, because in a day I give myself two trades. Okay, I don't want to lose like yesterday's and all of yesterday's profits. Okay, I only have two trades. Okay, so yes, again, they gave a beautiful wedge, and they broke out. As I always say, I'm not looking for just any breakout. I'm waiting for a breakout with a huge evidence candle. Okay, because that tells me now they are moving away from trap volume. And then you can see they broke out. I didn't take the trade. Second breakout, I didn't take the trade. Okay, this is when they gave me this inside candle with a pin, which is dodgy. Okay, I didn't take the trade, and later they gave me the candle I was looking for. So guys, it's all about patience. Just sit on your hands until they give you the opportunity you are looking for. Okay, they will give you that opportunity. If they don't give you that opportunity, remember, prices are always moving, and just because they were big moves, you were not on them, doesn't mean you lost anything. Okay, because we had very beautiful big moves. Just if you can look at this, but I didn't have a trade. Even on the way up, I didn't have a trade. This was my first trade. Okay, because it made sense to me, and this was the only second trade and the last trade, because I have two trades in a day. Okay, so look at this, guys. I took this one, and it went straight to 100. Yes, they retested, and when they retest and give me another engulfing candle, what do? I enter again, but on this one I didn't enter again, because I had already taken this one. Okay, so had I entered again and lost this trade, that means I would have lost three trades. That means I would have given everything I made yesterday and more. Okay, so I'm not willing to lose maybe 2 days of profits. Okay, in one day or in one trade. Okay, so had I not taken this one, I would have added here, because this was an engulfing candle. It's an evidence candle to me. Look, 1 2 3, all these candles have been engulfed, and it met my criteria for scaling in, but I couldn't scale in because of this one. Okay, so yes, it went and hit my 100 pip, and this is something very good. Okay, so sometimes you'll take losses. You just need to know when your trade is invalidated. This one was invalidated completely, but I didn't just reverse and take this. Okay, because again, on this wedge here, they broke out with a big candle, but I had to wait. I don't like entering a trade after another trade, more especially if it's in the opposite direction. Okay, so I had to wait until they give me a full pattern so that I can take it. Guys, just sit on your hands. They will give you that opportunity. Now let's go to our charts, guys. As you already know our criteria, for those who have been following this channel for a while now, we our criteria is we identify trade volume before the session, okay, and then we wait for the session to open. During the session, we want to see a chart pattern. Important, we don't know if we're gonna buy, we don't know if we're gonna sell, so we are gonna be waiting for the price to tell us what to do, right? And they tell us through a chart pattern. A chart pattern tells us who is trapped, and when they break out with a very big candle, that tells us that now they're shifting the zones from those who are trapped, and that's where we enter. And depending on the size of the pattern, we know our targets, okay. Sometimes we target 50 pips, and most of the time it's 50 pips, but if the pattern is too big or the pattern took more than an hour to build, I target 100 pips most of the days, okay. So that's something that communicates to me, okay, and that's all we need, okay. So guys, okay, sorry guys, let's look at yesterday. This was yesterday, right? Yes. Okay, who is trapped? This is a day where they just started going up, so we can't tell who's trapped because they didn't send people down. Prices are just going up, and we are coming 5 to 10 minutes before the session opens, so we're coming around here, okay, to analyze our charts, and we can see nobody is trapped because they didn't send people down, right? Okay, yes. And then the second question we ask ourselves before the session is, do we have news? Yes, yesterday we had news. We had unemployment claims. These are just a repetition, or what do we call them? They are just repeats, okay. They are just repeats, okay. So you already know that most people have already traded non-farm, so when there is a repeat of unemployment claims, this is just employment data, so most of the time it's not going to have much of an impact on the markets, okay. So yes, we had news, but not in the session. We just wait for the news to trade. So yesterday there was no impact because it was before our session, okay, and I don't usually trade news anyway. And then the third question to ask ourselves is, are we in any form of a trend? Okay, mostly you'll be able to see an explosive trend, which is where if we have two trend lines on a different level, that's when we can say we have an explosive trend, and you don't want to be counter trending that, okay. I have many videos about explosive trends, okay, and okay, I also have a playbook in the description, okay, which has all the trends, okay. Just understand the trends because you don't want to be counter trending a very explosive trend, okay. Okay, so yesterday all the questions were answered. Nobody is trapped, no trend, and we had news before the session. So it's safe to go to the session now. It's safe to go to the session. What are we looking for now? We are looking for a chart pattern, right? We don't chase the first candle, remember that, okay. We don't chase the first candle. So what we are actually looking for is a chart pattern, okay. It's a chart pattern, yes. We are looking for a chart pattern, sorry, yes, okay. From now we are looking for a chart pattern. Yes, yesterday they went about this is important to understand, they went roughly 290 points or pips, okay, down straight to the closing price of the previous day, okay, straight. But we didn't have an opportunity, so what do? We just keep on waiting, okay. We keep on waiting until we have an opportunity. And then yesterday the first opportunity that I saw was a head and shoulder, was this head and shoulder, okay, was this head and shoulder. But there was a problem with this head and shoulder. There was a problem for me. I couldn't take it because there was a problem with this head and shoulder. I was watching it, I saw it. My major problem was this candle, okay. This candle itself was roughly 50 pips. So you see, 50 pips is so small, okay. 50 pips is so small on indices. So this meant I couldn't take this trade, okay. I couldn't take this trade, so I had to wait. And when I waited, that's when I saw that trade that I just shared with you, okay, which I actually took to the downside, which was roughly a wedge, okay. It was roughly a wedge, okay. This is the trade that I took. This is the trade that I actually took. Yes, this is the trade I took. As you can see, this breakout is of an evidence candle. This is the biggest candle when you compare it to these candles from here. So yes, I took this one. And usually I have a principle which says I don't take a pattern going into the opposite direction if they've just given a pattern few minutes. And yes, of course they gave a head and shoulder, but if you look here, this almost took an hour, okay. I don't take another pattern into the opposite direction unless it's almost after an hour. So as you can see here, this was roughly 56 minutes, almost an hour. We were just 4 minutes left. That's why I took this one into the opposite direction. However, had they given me this and given me this other pattern maybe 20 minutes after this one, I wasn't gonna take it, okay, because we had a head and shoulder. We had a head and shoulder, shoulder, head, shoulder, evidence candle, but the evidence candle itself was already about 50 pips, okay. So because almost an hour has elapsed. That's why I took this one into the opposite direction and I lost it. However, I didn't just revenge it, okay? Because I'm careful on my entries. I'm really, really careful. If there's somebody who's careful on his entries, it's me. I don't just want to take any entry, okay? I don't just want to take any entry. So I saw a wedge here. You see now? I'm going to remove this one so that this pattern can become clear for everybody. You see, I saw a wedge. 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3. Okay, 3 touches below, 3 touches up. They broke out. I didn't take this breakout. They gave another candle. Okay, sorry guys. Let me just put this on the bodies because that's what I do. That's what I do. I put these things on the bodies. Okay, yes, this is the body. So they broke out. Yes, this one is a breakout, but it's not of a big candle. As you can see, this candle is just smaller than this candle. So usually when they give you a breakout with small candles, it might just tell you that they are not willing to go anywhere. Okay, that's why they are not shifting the zones. However, when they give you a big candle, that's now shifting the zones. If you look at this candle, it's bigger than all these candles in this leg. Yes, here, because they were still trapping, they will give you big candles, but here you can see this candle is bigger than this final leg. There's no candle in this final leg which is bigger than this one, right? Yeah, so that's why I took this one, okay? And because I had already taken a loss here, I couldn't take another one, because had I taken this other one and it ended up being a loss, that means I would have lost 3 trades and given up not only yesterday's 50 pip win, but even more. Okay, so I don't want to give back many days of wins, okay, because this is about growing consistently. You want to protect what you already have, okay? So I didn't add here, but this one actually hit my take profit here. I showed you this trade, and guys, I don't love sharing this these images where I've taken trades, because I see them in different groups, people scamming people, okay? It's just that with the one that I showed you today, it had a loss and a win. I wanted you to understand that, okay? You need to know when your trade is invalidated, and you need to know when your trade is still valid. So my take profit was hit in 23 minutes, and you already know that 100 pips, yes, it was 100 pips straight. 100 pips was hit in 22 minutes. So you need to know that these are explosive trades and they are very quick, okay? Yes, they hit my take profit here, and then later I saw another beautiful pattern. Later I saw another beautiful pattern over here, okay? Another beautiful pattern, okay? Another beautiful full pattern, but it was after the session has ended, okay? But look, the evidence candle itself was crazy. I don't like candles like this, because even if you say you're gonna count 25 pips, they will pull back, and the pullback might be 25, okay? So this one itself was 60 pips, and you can see the pullback was roughly 23. So if your broker has crazy spreads, obviously they took your 25 pips out. So when I have a big candle like this, I just prefer to pass it most of the time, just as I did on this head and shoulder, okay, on this head and shoulder over here. So you can see with the Dow yesterday, there were too many opportunities, and then it just collapsed, okay? So I told you guys, whenever they give an evidence candle with people trapped, they are gonna punish these guys. And sometimes, as they did on my first one here, they will have other plans. But you need to know, it's about taking the same trades every day without fear, okay? Just take them. You'll have losses here and there, but at the end of the day, you're gonna be highly profitable. And what I do is, I don't have a directional bias. I want my mind to be as flexible as it can, so that I be in the now moment. This is very important, because I've realized that people tend to fight prices when they show them that they are going the opposite direction, okay? Like for instance, if you told yourself that today you were going down, you were gonna fight this move. But for me, my mind is flexible. That's why I was able to take this one, and I only have 2 trades in a day, okay? That's why, again, when they showed me they were going up, I'm in the moment. I'm looking at what are prices telling me, what are they doing, okay? That's why I was able to take the opposite direction now, and 100 pip delivered, okay, which was important. Now this video is over 10 minutes, but it's okay. When we go to NAS, same thing, no trap volume, okay, just one trend line, yes, and we didn't have news during the session. So we wait for the session to open, and we are waiting for what? We are waiting for a chart pattern, okay? As you can see, they went up, they went up, they went up. Nothing solid, okay? And the fact that, oh, maybe they went 100 or 200 pips without you doesn't necessarily mean you lost anything, okay? It doesn't necessarily mean you lost anything. This is the high of the day. They were playing on the high, okay? We need a chart pattern. So when I was comparing this one, US30 gave me a better trade, okay? And it's not to say if I got a better one on US30, it means Nasdaq didn't give anything. No, Nasdaq actually took longer to build, okay? Took longer to build. Nasdaq took longer to build. Oh, and I want to show you why I actually targeted 100 pips. But for those who have been part of this channel for a long time, understand why I actually targeted 100 pips, okay? They know why I actually targeted 100 pips. So you can see here, if you use, okay, the body, I'm going to use these bodies over here. You can see this is just where they were giving you a rectangle. The rectangle was in between the high of the previous day, which is an important key level, and this level over here, okay? This was just a rectangle. They broke out, yes, and then they retested, okay? And that's when they kept going down, 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 okay? But as for the evidence candle, had it been something like this, it would have been something more reliable for me. But you can see the breakouts are just some small candles. That's why I didn't really prefer it, okay? I didn't really prefer it, okay? But again, it gave a beautiful pattern. And guys, you already know this pattern took long to build. It took more than 2 hours to build. So if it takes more than 2 hours, what is guaranteed is this is going to be an explosive, explosive, explosive move with big returns, okay? And that's why it actually ended up going more than 200 pips down, okay? More than 200 pips down, okay? You can, as I said, you can also take this expansion, okay? Okay, Peter Brandit loves this one. He loves the expansion. If you follow Peter Brandit on his YouTube channel, you'll see that always his targets are projected by this Fibonacci, which is an expansion. Okay, it's this distance from here to here, and then again this distance from here to here. So it's just like 3 times the distance. Okay, so you see it delivered that. Okay, if you follow Peter Brandit on his channel, you're gonna see this a lot. Okay, just type Peter Brandit on YouTube and follow his channel. You're gonna see these things, okay? So that's why, guys, I actually took this one because the patterns were too clear. This one I saw it, however, my problem was this candle was too big. And as for this candle now, I measured the entire pattern, including where I lost, and this pattern was actually more than 60 minutes, which is more than an hour. Hence why I was able to target 100 pips, of which it just went boom, 100 pips, okay? Okay, and if you take the expansion, let's see the expansion. Okay, the expansion, yes, we did reach we almost reached the third expansion. Okay, we almost reached the third expansion. We did actually. If you take the bodies, we did reach the third expansion because these are the bodies right here. Oh, sorry, let me just bring it to the bodies. Yes, we did reach the expansion here, the third expansion, and that's when it started reversing. So guys, you don't have to be greedy. You just need to know how to target. You need to know when your trade is invalidated, and you need to know what you are looking for every day you come to your charts. Because for me, if you don't know what you're looking for whenever you come to your charts, I just deem that as gambling. Okay, you need to know exactly what you're looking for. So find one strategy that you understand. You don't have to have 10 setups. You don't have to be looking for 10 things. No, just find one. Believe me, a person who looks for only one setup is going to be highly profitable compared to a person who wants to master 10 different strategies from 10 different people. You watch this one won. Now you want to take his strategy. This one won. You want to take his strategy. Guys, take something that is easy, something that allows you to rinse and repeat, to take the same setup day in, day out. Okay, yes, every strategy has a loss. If you are looking for a strategy with 100% win rate, it's not there. It's just that sometimes people are not transparent. They won't tell you where they lose. They'll tell you where they win always. Okay, but every strategy has its losses. It's just that consistency is the most important thing. With a high win rate, you're gonna be highly profitable because even your risk reward is big. Look at the loss I showed you. It's just a tiny loss. Look at the win. It's a big win. So despite losing that one, I actually won more than what I lost. Okay, highly more than what I lost. So that's what we call trading. Okay, that's what we call trading. And you don't have to revenge. Take a trade with rationale. That's why I lost here, but I waited almost an hour for this one to be given. Guys, I really appreciate you. Thank you. Have a beautiful day.